Hi there, we are Daniel and Meredith Schrader, and we are the owners of this beautiful farm and venue.
Welcome to Greenwood Oaks.
In 2017, our family adopted a new dream. We hope to one day find a farm where we could explore, let our hair down, and slow down in life. After searching for 2 years for just the right place, we found the farm that would become Greenwood Oaks.
After almost a year of renovations to the old manufacturing building that would become to us the farmhouse, we opened our doors to weddings and events in July of 2020.
Greenwood Oaks is a 27-acre farm with every possible romantic landscape you can imagine, from stunning mountain views to rolling pasture, 100-plus-year-old oak trees, seasonal flower fields, and a pond with a fountain. We hope this will be a place that you can pull up a chair and laugh and love with those you treasure most.
So welcome to the farmhouse, and today we're going to be walking you through and showing you all of the fun things here. And one of our favorite things is this set of front doors. This used to be a tree over there in the parking lot that had been struck by lightning, and my arborist was like, there's no way we can save this tree, so you need to do something else, take it down. So we took it to the sawmill, had it milled into custom lumber, and then I built it into this set of front doors, which makes a beautiful photo op just as a backdrop. It also makes a gorgeous entry into your reception after your wedding, where we come over and we open the doors for you.
This is our front entrance foyer into the farmhouse great room, and one thing I love to tell people when we start right here is that one of the great features about the farmhouse is that the lighting is completely customizable. What that means is that everything in the great room, all the lights are on their own switches, and they also have dimmers. And so you can really create a different mood at different points in the evening of the reception just by cutting some lights on, off, or even dimming them down. And so I'm going to show you that right now and show you what that looks like to cut some things on and off, just so that you can see it before we go into the room any further. Okay, so for example, like the can lights can cut completely off. That's how the room would look if they were completely cut off. Let's say it's your first dance and you really just want that center chandelier on. We can cut off all of the lights except for the center chandelier, and then we can even dim that down, so it just creates a really nice romantic ambiance for that first dance. Or if you just want all the chandeliers on, you can have them on and dim them down. A lot of people love to have the pendant lights on for dinner, and then maybe even dim them down as the evening goes. So you can really just see how the lighting and the mood in the room changes with being able to adjust that lighting. Everything in the farmhouse is included in your rental fee, everything that you see. So people love to use this table in the entrance. A lot of times people will use this for their favors or put their guest book here. It's a great welcoming spot for your guests as they enter the farmhouse, and it is included. Before we enter the bride room and you get to see all the goodness in there, I wanted to point out the farmhouse doors that are on both the bride room and the groom room. These have privacy glass, so you can see that you can't see through them. They're completely, you can't see through on either side. Really fun feature, and it keeps everything very private in each room. Everyone's favorite feature of our bride room is these custom vanity mirrors that we had made for us. These have Hollywood style bulbs and lighting. And the feel we really wanted to go for in the bride room was we wanted you to feel like you had a salon here at the farm, but also that it was very homey. So this is sort of our salon side of the bride room. Each of these chairs can adjust in height. They go up and down, they swivel, so really nice salon chairs. And then the Hollywood style vanities, you can actually dim each one, so you don't have to leave them up full brightness all the time. They will dim down as well, and you can adjust the lighting to your preference. Each one also has 2 plugs and 2 USB ports, so you can have 8 curling iron going and 8 cell phones charging, and you will not blow a fuse. Also, these are privacy curtains, so they're covering our French doors out of the bride room. The privacy curtains are great because you can see out a little bit, but anyone on the other side cannot see into the bridal room. We love the French doors. This is a great entrance and exit. For instance, let me show you what they look like. So this is typically how the bride will leave to go to the ceremony site. She'll leave out of these doors. And also, if you want to keep the farmhouse door closed, especially if the groom is in the groom room and you don't want anyone going in and out of the bridal door, so that you don't risk seeing anyone, you can have people enter and exit through this door. So it's a really great second access. This is our rolling garment rack, and this is for the bridesmaid dresses or mother's dresses. And it can, as you see, it just moves around all over the room, so you can put it wherever you would like it to go on wedding day. It doesn't have to be right here. It just goes wherever you need it to go. Very great and accessible. This is our mini fridge that we always stock full of water for you, so make sure you stay very hydrated on wedding day. You can also bring your own special drinks to include in it, but we always fill it full of water. This is the comfy side of the bride room, as I like to call it, kind of the homey side. So we have a really comfy couch and these two really awesome and soft blue chairs, and it's just a great space to lounge, eat some snacks with your friends. We have the table where people love to land their snacks and drinks for getting ready. And then we have the fun bridal mirror over on this side of the room. This is a really fun spot for those special detail getting ready photos of like you touching your earring or doing things like that. And then this is the fun bridal hook where the bride gets to hang her special dress. Normally our photographers and videographers take your dress and they take it all over the farm to all sorts of fun special places, but this is where it can land until it travels. The farmhouse is completely heated and air conditioned throughout. We have two big units in the great room. It never gets hot or cold. It's always perfectly suited to whatever temperature you want it to be. We do have a separate unit here that controls the bride room and the groom room. The nice thing about this is you can keep it at a different temperature than the great room for the duration of the day.
So the guys have a mirror, yay, because it takes all of the guys about 15 minutes total to get ready. However, in this groom room, we do have a 58-inch TV up there. So if you happen to get married on a football Saturday, it's a smart TV. We don't have Wi-Fi, but it will mirror whatever is on your phone. And you can hang out in here with you guys and watch the ball game.
This is the farmhouse great room, and it is one of obviously our favorite spots of the whole farm. We really wanted to be white, and so we went with white shiplap throughout. As you can see, we have white metal on the ceiling, and then we wanted to add a touch of texture to the room and kind of offset the white, and so we found this old rusted barn tin that was all different colors and just had such great texture and color. We put that on the wings of the great room to just kind of, again, just provide some contrast to the white. We have the dark wood beams that span the entire length of the room horizontally, and then we have dark wooden beams that go vertically, and it just ties together so greatly. This room looks great with every single color scheme and every single type of decor. We set up the room very simply with one of our most popular table layouts, floor plans, so that you can kind of get an idea and see. This is one of our most popular looks, and it can adjust from 60 all the way up to 100 guests. We can seat up to 150 here in the farmhouse very comfortably, and that includes still having a dance floor as well as room for your food and drinks, even a photo booth, gift table, and all of those different elements that you might want to include in your day. One of the things that we include in our rental rate is table and chair setup. So when you come in on wedding day, just as you see the room set up now, whatever layout that you choose, whatever floor plan, it will be exactly set up for the layout that you choose on your wedding day. And then all you'll have to do is do any kind of decorating that you want to do. We have put our ivory floor length linens on the tables today, so you can see those. Those are available as an optional add-on. We also decorated with some of the milk can and eucalyptus greenery that we have available in our decor closet, so you can see some of those options that are available for you in the decor closet add-on if you choose to have that. This is an example of a sweetheart table. We again use some of the decor from our decor closet and our second live edge farmhouse table here. You can use the two farmhouse tables for whatever you would like. Most people use one as a sweetheart table, one as a cake table. We have had people like bring in their own small sweetheart table and then use the two farmhouse tables for like their wedding party, so that's another option too. We also have had people use them for like the cocktail hour, for appetizers or charcuterie board, so that's a fun option as well. We also set up our lantern arbor so that you can see it, and the lanterns are actually on and they light up. This is a really fun arbor that you can use outside of the ceremony site, or you can use it inside as a decor backdrop to the sweetheart table or somewhere else in the room. One of the things we love about the great room in the farmhouse is the huge windows that line the back wall. It really creates an inside-outside feel and invites the outside in. Everywhere that you sit in the great room, if you look out the windows, you can see the stunning 180 of the mountains, and we love that. This is our custom fabric light wall. It's a really neat addition that we've made, and a lot of people use this space for their cake table. This is how we have it staged for you to see today with our custom farmhouse live edge tables here. A lot of people will use this table and they'll put their cake here in front of the light wall. We've also had people use this table for their sweetheart table, and so they want to sit in front of the light wall, which is a really fun thing to do. If you have a photo booth area included in your day, this is a really fun place to put the photo booth in front of the light wall. It gives a really nice backdrop that's already here for that purpose. The lights do change. This is just if they're on, but there's 8 different lighting settings that you can choose from, and I'll show you a couple of those so you can just get a feel. A lot of people, here's like a nice twinkle effect, and a lot of people they'll just keep it on twinkle all day, like, and all night. This is probably our most popular next to just being on. There's also kind of a march, I call this a march, which is really fun to turn on like this at the dancing part of the evening. There's some fades, like this is a fade in and out, and this is like, I call this disco fever. So like if you want to cut this on in the party time of the evening, this would be the time to use it. This is another fade option, and then this is another what I call disco fever one. So again, there's just 8 different lighting options, and you can change them throughout the day and the evening depending on what the mood is of the reception.
So we have 3 restrooms. They are all ethers. The restroom on the end is handicap accessible and has a baby changing station because our kid was the one with the dirty diaper at the first event, and I was the guy who didn't put a changing station in. So yay, we have a changing station. All of the bathrooms, and I'll just show you one, have automatic switches. And we use auto switches because my kids would never ever turn them off during the week, and so we keep them on. It's a beautiful bathroom. Bathrooms are located at the back of the great room. They are easily accessible to all of our guests.
Behind this door is our caterer's prep kitchen. So we're going to show you that space now. In the caterer's prep kitchen, we have 12 feet of prep counter space that you see here with a top and a bottom area. Great landing spot for caterers, or even if you're doing your food yourself, to land all the food on. We have this hand washing sink that is great for washing your hands, obviously, or filling pitchers with water. We do ask that no one puts food down the sink because we don't have disposal there. This is just our storage area for extra tables and chairs that we have. This is our warming oven, and we pull it out on wedding day, and we can easily get it all nice and roasty and toasty in there for all of your food to stay warm. This is mostly for our caterers to use. They have all the right equipment to use it. So inside they have the dishes that just slide in and have the pans to keep all the food warm. If you are doing the food yourself, you do have to have the metal professional cook pans that slide into these shelves for the food to sit on top of. It won't just hold the aluminum collapsible chafing dishes very well. So, but this is really nice asset for your caterers. They love having this because it makes it so much easier to keep the food warm on wedding day. This is our Here Comes the Bride sign, and most of our brides really love this. You certainly don't have to use this sign if you don't want to, but it is something that's included and free to use for you on your wedding day. We get asked a lot, how do you keep the bride from being seen as she walks from the bridal room to the ceremony site? And the Here Comes the Bride sign is our answer to that. This is our refrigerator for the caterer's prep kitchen. It does have a lot of internal space. You can put your flowers in here, like the boutonnieres for the guys, or special cake topper flowers that need to stay cool in here. Obviously you can put drinks in here, whatever you need. It's a great space. We do not have an ice maker, but we do have a freezer compartment of the refrigerator, and actually you can see there's a bunch of ice in it right now. So a lot of times the caterers or bride and groom will bring bags of ice for the ice that they need on wedding day. So really great. Also in the caterer's kitchen we have this separate door for entrance and exit into the kitchen, and it goes right out onto our back patio that you can see there. This is a great separate entrance and exit for your caterer, especially if you're using the patio for a cocktail hour. They can easily take cocktail hour food out onto the patio, bring it back in. The other thing is, a lot of times the caterers will want to pack up after the dinner hour is over. So once they've served dinner for a couple hours, they're ready to kind of pack up and head out. Well, you might be having your first dance or your father-daughter dance, and you don't want them coming through the reception great room in order to get their things out. And so this door provides a separate exit for them so that they won't disturb what's going on in the reception, and that you can continue to enjoy your evening undisturbed.
So this is our back patio, and out here we can comfortably seat up to 40 guests for your rehearsal dinner. We can stand about 75 guests at your cocktail hour. It makes a great place to get Creamy Cup, the ice cream, out here, or a coffee bar out here in the evenings. Your guests will gather and stand out here all evening long because we have a spectacular view of the mountains, and we look out over the lake, and we have this romantic ceiling of lights, as Meredith likes to call it. So this is one of our favorite places on the farm.
Okay, so this is our tree swing. It's an optional add-on for your special day, but it's super fun if you want the vibe of being under the tree in the swing and swinging with your groom. We do let 4 people in here inside the tree with the swing. We don't leave it up all the time because you're gonna be in a stunning dress that you don't want to get on a dirty swing. So we take it down to keep it nice and clean between events, and so we put it up on your wedding day and then we take it back down so it stays nice. This is just a really fun photo op with the swing and with the tree, so it's an optional add-on. So the spot right here at the tree with the swing is also a really fun spot to take some of your photos because you have the view of the mountains behind you, the ceremony site, and the pond. It's just a really favorite spot of couples to take some photos.
So this is our ceremony site. When you get to right here, like we've just laid down the banner, like the doors are closed and your moment is here, and we're gonna open the doors and you get to walk down the aisle under the lights.
Okay, so a few things about our ceremony site that we'd love for you to know. A lot of things, like we've already said, at the farm we tried to repurpose and reuse. So the wall, the ceremony wall behind you where you enter, is made of hickory tree that we had to cut down in the process of expanding our pond. So it's hickory wood, and the doors are made from rainbow poplar. And then we made these custom bench seats that you see. They're made from cedar trees that we had to cut down on the farm. So we really wanted to kind of give it this really elevated but still rustic feel here on the farm. We can seat up to 150, even 160 people here at our ceremony site. Each bench seats 4 to 5 people, and they're very comfortable actually, these benches. And you can absolutely, if you needed to, bring in additional chairs in the back or even in the front We are wheelchair and handicap accessible. We've done several weddings with wheelchairs, and the accessibility here is great. And then we love the romantic Edison bulb lights. So it just really gives a very romantic feel. It gives a faux ceiling to the ceremony site, and just really brings kind of the inside out with your ceremony. So we love them. So this is the front of our ceremony site as we envisioned it to be. So this is where you would place your arbor. Whether you rent that from us or get it from someone else, you would put your arbor here. Obviously you don't need to even have an arbor. You could just stand there with your bridal party and that would look beautiful because the mountains are your backdrop. And then you have the soothing sounds of the pond, fountain going next to you at the ceremony. You can stand in front of the ceremony wall. We've had a few weddings where they flipped it and done it that way, and they've stood in front of the wall with the doors closed. So that's totally an option too if you want to do that for your day. This is a really fun space that can be used in a lot of different ways, just depending on your wedding style. This is a paved roundabout area. We don't park any cars here. You could absolutely put some tables and chairs out here for outside seating. We've also had people do their send-off here, which is super fun. It's a well-lit area. Again, it's a great roundabout for a car for the send-off. You could also do, like, we've had people do plant trucks, where they've had people come and they've given away plants as their favor. We also can park food trucks here, so if you want to do a food truck for your reception meal, those are really fun, and we've parked them in this area too. So just a really fun area that can be used in a lot of different ways. This is our parking area. One of the questions we get asked a lot is, how much parking do you have? We have parking for up to 75 cars, and that's based on like 2 guests per car, so up to 150 guests, which is our max number. What we do, as you can see, is we spray paint the grass, and we have 40 parking spaces that go straight down our fence row, and then the other 35 are right here. We have never run out of parking. We've always had plenty of parking, even with over 150 guests. So we have plenty of ample parking space. And this spot I'm standing in is the last spot, and so this is as close to the ceremony site as the cars would be, as you can see. So it's not very close. It doesn't get in your photos in any way at all. So lots of great parking for up to 75 cars. This is our paved parking area. We have 16 paved spots that are in that 75 parking spots. And this we really try to reserve for the wedding party. Anyone who needs handicap accessibility, grandparents, we try to reserve for this spot. Thank you so much for taking the time to walk through this virtual tour with us at Greenwood Oaks. We hope it has been super helpful for you. We certainly understand that a lot of our brides are coming from out of state, and so they can't physically get here to tour the venue in person. We hope it's been helpful for you. Or just if your schedule doesn't line up with our schedule and you want to go ahead and see it to see if we're a contender to be your venue for your special day. Please check out the other tabs, review our pricing, amenities, our FAQ page, learn a little bit more about us on our About Us page, and if you choose to use us, we would be happy to host your special day. It truly will be a joy and honor.